MashaAllah, back again, alhamdulillah. North Hudson, alhamdulillah. Honestly, one of my favorite communities to be here around. The love that we get out here, alhamdulillah, is incredible. You know what I mean? You're right over the bridge. You're like the perfect distance away from my house, too. It's like 45 minutes. But I need to be here more often. Yeah? I need to be here more often. We need to do more activities like this often, yes? Okay, inshallah. So obviously, Brother Waleed talked about some things before, inshallah. We're going to review some of those things. But before we do that, what I want you guys to do right now with your partners, whoever's next to you, right? I want you to tell me and just share with them first, what's something that you would love to do in Jannah? Like when you get to Jannah, inshallah, what's the first thing that you would like to do? I know what some of y'all would like to do with your wives, but relax, all right? Relax, all right? Besides that, you feel me? Okay, listen, 30 seconds. Talk to your partner, neighbor. Talk to your neighbor first. Tell them what you would like to do. 30 seconds. Let's go. All right, guys, let's come back, brothers. Let's come back. MashaAllah. All right. Who'd like to share something there? Their partner said, yeah, bro. Right? Did anyone else say see Allah's face? Did anyone think that? Yeah? Wow, wouldn't that be amazing? Allahu Akbar. Who else had something to share? Go for it.
Like meet all the prophets.
Oh, meet all the prophets. Did anyone think about meeting all the prophets? One brother said meeting the prophets that wasn't in the Quran mentioned. Who said that? That'd be crazy, right? There's so many. I would love to meet them as well. Who else thought of something that we haven't shared yet? Yes?
Drink the wine river.
Drink the wine river, right? Yeah, to drink that wine river, right? I know, but you know what's crazy? You know what's so crazy? I've realized something, bros. Boys. I realized something. I realized that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, everything He's made impermissible for us over here, He's going to make permissible for us over there. It's crazy. Like, I remember once upon a time, like on this time, this night, this type of evening, a few years ago, just imagine, we're going to bars in Manhattan. You know how many people from New Jersey travel to New York City just for the night scene? Like, do you understand? On a Friday night, on a Saturday night, how much toll they make just so having people go across the bridge so they could go to Lower East Side or wherever they want to go in Manhattan and hit up a bunch of bars together. Like, do you understand? Do you understand how much money that they're spending tonight, just tonight, on just haram? Why? Because they hate their lives. Don't ever let someone convince you otherwise. If someone cannot wait until that Friday to go hit up a bar, it's because they can't stand their lives. Don't ever let someone think that you're happy. I know it might seem like they're happy. You might see a TikTok or a snap or a story and it looks like, they're having the time of their lives. But the snap or story or short that they're not sharing with you is what happens at 2 a.m. when their friends are holding their hair and their purse and they're vomiting all over the floor. They're not sharing those, all right? They're not sharing those, right? They're not sharing when a dude is literally passed out on, those wooden benches on the train. You know what I'm talking about? Like when you're waiting on the platform, those wooden benches. It has like little seats, right? Literally passed out like this. Has anyone ever seen someone pass out drunk before? How embarrassing is it? How dangerous is it for them? Think about it. Someone could just rob them and take all their stuff. Isn't that true? Look how Allah has honored you and protected you. He's made that something hated to you. None of you are interested in hitting up the bars. Alhamdulillah, I hope so, right? Sheesh, bro, I don't know what they're doing over here in New Jersey. I mean, I'd hope so, but no. You guys aren't interested in that. Allah has made it in your heart hated to you. You understand, boys? Boys. Assalamu alaikum. Allah has made it hated to you. You don't like it. The thought of that is repulsive. The thought of that is stupid. Think about it. In a few days, right? In a few days. Yes, it's a couple of weeks away, but in a few days, they're going to have New Year's. And they're going to make even more money by getting people drunk the entire time. Do you understand on New Year's Eve, right? On New Year's Eve, when everyone wants to go watch the ball drop and get drunk and all that sort of stuff, right? To enter a bar, to enter a bar, you need to pay a $70 cover. Meaning you have to pay $70 to just get inside. And if there's too many men inside, they're not going to let any more men inside. They're only going to let women in. Because they understand economics. They understand that women sell drinks. And men will want to buy women drinks. It's all a fitna. If you really want to know what this dunya is really like, I wish we could go as a field trip to a bar and just observe and take notes and look at these people. Look at, like, you know, from a glass window, like a zoo. You know, you look at these people, look at them in their natural environment. Oh, they're vomiting right over there. Look at them, right? And you know, you ever been on safari? You ever seen the crocodile? Oh, right, she's right there. Crikey, she's right there right now. Oh, she vomited, guys. She's vomiting like crazy right now. Oh, there goes her lunch. Yeah. You see it like that, wallahi, you wouldn't be interested in that life. But you know, in the maybe the music videos, if you still even watch those things, you know what I mean? They still show up every now and then. Or in any type of content you're consuming, they promote a lifestyle that is supposed to be fun. I've seen that lifestyle. I promise you, my brothers, it isn't fun. It isn't fun. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you know, Brother Walid was talking about the first part of the lecture. The first part was about turning to Allah, right? This part is supposed to be about returning to Allah. Do you know how many people have died drunk driving? Yeah? It's a huge statistic. More than you can imagine. I don't even know. I'll even let someone like Google it in the meantime. I'm serious. Drunk driving. Look how Allah, someone said something? Look how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has protected us from that. You would never have to worry about getting a breathalyzer. Look at that. The anxiety of knowing that you've had a few beers and some drinks and you're about to blow in this thing. Hey, yo. And then you're about to get your thing checked out. And then guess what? Guess what? You're going to jail, buddy. Your license is getting revoked. It's over for you. You can't get insured ever. All for what? A moment of pleasure. To be cool in front of your boys and take a shot. Take a shot of what? Haram? Of fire in your belly? Literally, it's fire in your belly. Right? Watch someone take alcohol. Next time, I'm telling you, we should just do a field trip and just observe and take notes on them. Oh, crikey, God, just about to take a shot. Oh, he takes a shot. Oh, he makes that face. Oh, he did it again. Look at their faces when they drink the alcohol. Oh, yeah, bro. That's what they make. Look, can they see themselves? They look foolish. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is protecting you from all that. Look how your parents don't have to worry about you doing haram right now. Look how your parents don't have to worry about you watching pornography in this moment, or doing some other types of haram, or going to haram places, or going to clubs or anything like that. Allah has protected you. It's this deen that shelters you. It protects you. Wallahi, you could go right now. You could go right now. And if I can safely say that if I went to your fridges, right, and I opened your fridge, I would not find Corona in your fridge. I would not find it. I would not find Bud Light or Budweiser in your fridge. Astaghfirullah. I might find it in your delis though. Astaghfirullah. I might find it in your parents' shops though. Astaghfirullah. Yeah. But we won't find it in your fridges. They want to ask what's happening to the youth. They want to ask. Well, let's ask what's happening to the parents' money, how they're earning it. Let's ask that question, right? And they think that, oh, it won't come back to your children. Top smoke shop owners are Muslim. Let's be honest over here. You think that that's not going to come back to haram? Like, you know, like haram them in the back later on in life? Of course it will. It will. And how did their children open up a smoke shop? Because their pops had a deli who was selling beer and pork for lotto tickets and God knows what else for so long. So naturally, you know, that haram mixes in the pool of the money, and it gets a nice little, you know, little swirly, you know, it gets nice and mixed and marinated with the money. And that money now translates to the children. And they eat that money, yeah, mixed in the haram income. And they eat it and they consume it. Yes, so nice and tasty. Yeah? And then that haram money gets digested in the bloodstream. Yeah? And right before you poop it out, you're going to open up a smoke shop. That's the life of a lot of Muslims these days. Doing some haram type of business. Hey, bro, I'm going to get you on Forex or something. Oh, someone told me that they invested this much and they're trying to scam you, bro. Relax. If someone tells you that they made money and so quickly and so, no. There's no such thing. There's no such thing. Believe me, there isn't. There's no such thing. Please, if you're on the wall, get off the wall. Come over here. There's no such thing called the easy way out. There isn't. Now, let me ask you, right? Be honest. How many of you, if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blessed you with money, like a lot of money, you would donate it fi sabilillah? Put up your hand. If you would honestly, you would donate it, right? You would be amongst those in Ramadan and whenever they ask on Jumu'ah that, hey, anyone wants to give $1,000, $1,000, right? $1,000, takbir, Allahu Akbar, yeah? You would be raising your hand. Yes, alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. Wow, imagine, good brothers, right? And if Allah blessed you with more, would you give more, yes or no? Yes, you would give more. I think it's safe to say we all would, right? But there's also nothing wrong with having the dunya. You could put your hand down, it's okay. Oh, it's okay, it's okay. It's New Jersey, I understand. It happens sometimes. Yeah? Listen. Yes, you would give more, yes? I remember I was talking to my brother about this, and we were saying, imagine giving $2.5 million in zakat every year. Imagine $2.5 million in zakat every year. Imagine how you could distribute that, amongst so many people. 2.5 million. That would mean that the person's making how much a year? Huh? 100. Good job. Hey, your parents did something, right? Good job, eh? Did you go to this school?
Yeah, for a little bit.
Oh, for a little bit. Okay, they taught you something. Alhamdulillah. Good. You come here on Saturdays? Alhamdulillah. Keep coming here on Saturdays, bro. Keep doing that, okay? Good job. Here's the point. On the Day of Judgment, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when He starts the Day of Judgment, is going to hold accountable 3 people. 3 people are going to be held accountable on the Day of Judgment. The first, like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala starts it up, and these are the 3 people. Okay? The one who was a scholar. The one who made jihad fi sabilillah. And the one who spent all of his money in the direction of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay? Like us, who we want to be. I'm not going to talk about the other 2. I want to talk about this one first. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala brings forth you on that day. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells you all His favors upon you. All the wealth that He gave you. Everything that He gave you. You know that 2.5 million? Oh yes, I gave that to you. I'm telling you my favors upon you. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to ask you, what do you have to say about that? I'm going to say, Allah, I spent it in your direction. I built a masjid. Yes, when North Hudson was asking for donations for the new playground outside, I said, I'll do $10,000. Takbir. Everyone said takbir for me, Allahu Akbar. Then they came, they gave me the pen. Said, you're not going nowhere, stay here. They had to make sure to get that guy right there. Don't let him leave, right? If you say you donate money, no, give him money right here, quick. Yeah? So they gave you the money. Okay. I said, Allah, I built that, remember that playground. And Allah, remember in Gambia that time, I went to Gambia, I built that well there. That was nice. I built that for you, Allah, and all the people benefit. They even made wudu from it, And I even built that masjid over there too, Allah, that masjid, and Allah, I did this and this. Actually, Allah, all that money that you gave me, I actually used it all in your direction. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to tell you and I that you lied. That you lied. That you didn't spend that money to build that house for me. You didn't build that playground for me. You didn't donate to the masjid for me. You didn't do that act for me. You actually did it so that people could say, wow, did you hear? Did you hear? Yo, Ahmed gave 10K again. 10K. Yo, mashallah, amazing. Yo, Muhammad did it again. Yo, $1,000. Yo, Muhammad is so generous, bro. He's so generous. He's so kind. He's so good. Abdullah is just fantastic. He's just so generous. Always just nice. All the time. Just so generous. Allah is going to tell you that He did it for those reasons. He didn't really do it for me. Do you understand? This idea of wanting to do something for someone besides Allah is a waste of time. Like Brother Walid was saying, if you came here for some other intention, change it. If you're here for basketball, that's okay. I wanted to actually add to what Brother Walid said. It's okay if you're here for basketball. No problem, if you are. But can't you also change your intention to be here for the lecture too? Right? Can you or can you not? Is that illegal? Is that haram? Is that wrong? Is Allah going to be like, no, it doesn't count. Got you. No. It's okay. I wanted basketball, but you know what? Now it's etikaf for me. This is etikaf. This is etikaf. I'm going to be in the house of Allah. As long as I'm here, the angels are going to shower their blessings upon me. They're going to make dua for me. They're going to say istighfar for me. That's what I want to do, Allah. That's what I'm here. I'm here to be with my brothers. Because I know that on the day of judgment, those who will be under your shade, under your throne on the day of judgment are going to be people who they loved your house, Allah. They loved your house. I just love the masjid. And because of that, you'll be under his throne. Or perhaps you loved your brother for the sake of Allah. You loved your brother for the sake of Allah. That's why you're going to be under his throne. But you know my favorite reason why someone will be under his throne? Let me tell you. I'm going to end it with this one. A man or a woman, but men. A man, listen up. A man who had the opportunity to have sexual relations, to have intercourse illegally, but chose not to. But they did not do it. And I don't mean like, she texted you and you texted her back and it was going to go down, but then it just changed and you stopped and you said, I fear Allah. No. I'm talking about it got even closer. That's good. That's a good start, but I'm talking about people where it got close. I'm talking about you're next to them. I'm talking about that it's getting hot and heavy, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean? It's going someplace that you don't want it to be going. You want to say no, but I don't know if you can. Uh-oh. Yeah? It's getting serious. It's getting serious. Peak. And then you realize, no, I got to get out of here. No, let me out. I can't do this. I can't do this. Let me out. No, this is wrong. First and foremost, don't ever put yourself in that position. Number two, you know the beauty of Allah's mercy is that even if you were doing that haram, Allah didn't give you a haram for every single action that you were doing, the same way that He would have done it if you did it halal. You know, like if you come to the masjid, you get a reward for every step you take, every intention you make, and every doorknob that you would push to come away. You know what I mean? Like everything that you do, you get a reward for. You get what I'm saying? And He multiplies it as well. But Allah does not do that for the bad deed. Rather, He allows you to turn back. So I remember when we would go and try to buy, like, you were trying to cop some bud, you were trying to go and hit up the spots. Now it's easier. I'm talking about a time where you had to know someone, or you needed to connect, and you needed a bud man, you needed to text them, and all that whole process. Or you needed to see someone who looks a little shady by the deli or on the corner. That's the process. Now, if you're 21 years old, you can go to a recreational marijuana place right here in New Jersey and just buy it, and they won't even ask you a second question. You could just go buy it, right? There's advertisements for everywhere. Someone is selling it somewhere down the block. You could get it. You could get it in the most discreet ways possible. Before, once upon a time, it wasn't like that. Before, it was a little bit more troublesome, but yet it was still a process. But think about it. You're on your way to that dispensary. You're on the way to do that haram. You're on that way to link with that girl. You're on that way to that spot that you know you shouldn't be going to, right? You're on your way to do something. But on the way, you're thinking about it. And I know for a fact that when you're on your way to do something haram, you're thinking about it. Is it true or false? I know it's true. You're thinking about it. And somehow you're wishing in your heart that Allah pull me away from it. I don't know. I'm on autopilot. I remember I've driven some places to do some haram, some zina, some just astaghfirullah. And I'm just asking Allah, just please do something to my foot so it just comes off. Do something so I could turn over. Send a cop to pull me over. Do something. But something needs to change over here. My brothers, that guilt that you feel is a sign of iman. Brother Walid spoke about this. He talked about how once upon a time later on in life it will be like holding on to coal. Holding on to deen is like holding on to coal. But the truth of the matter is that it's not as bad as you think. You're driving to that dispensary. You are. It's no coal in your hand. There's no coal. That's a decision. You're linking with that girl. You're sending them the snaps, and in 24 hours they disappear and they're gone. My brothers, it doesn't disappear from the books of the angels without istighfar. I know on Snap it's still there, right, for the whole 24 hours, and then after 24 hours it's gone. But the angels still wrote it down, didn't they? True or false? They did? Yeah, they wrote it. And until you do istighfar, they're not going to stop writing it. They're not going to erase it for you. So, my brothers, yes, the deen is going to be like holding coal. But at the same time, it's not as bad as you think right now. You guys are free to practice your religion. They even got a cop car watching you guys. Like, I don't know if they're watching you guys or helping you guys. Who knows these days, you know what I mean? There might be an informant. Who knows? You get what I mean? These people are ops out here like crazy, you know what I mean? But the point is this. I don't know if this is security. I don't know. Oh, my father, I love your dad. He's cool. Cool people. He's not an op. He's not wearing a wire, guys, I promise. He's not a Fed. He's all right. He's good. He's good. It's his dad, all right? But the point is, you got 24-hour security here. No one's going to harm you and attack you. You understand what I'm saying? It's you who's choosing to be like the kuffar. It's you. From the way you dress, from the way you speak, from the way you act, from the way you look, it's you. Don't think I don't notice those who get their ears pierced. I just don't say nothing about it. Don't think I don't notice those who get their eyebrows done or slits in their eyebrows. Don't think I don't notice these things. I notice these things. I just don't say nothing to you. I don't want to bother you. I don't want to make you feel embarrassed. I don't want you to feel like, yarhamukallah. I don't want you to think that I'm singling you out because I'm not. But I'm letting you know that I've done all those things too. You think you look cool. You think you look good. But here's the fact. You look like a kafir. That's the fact. It's the fact. It's the fact. I'm sorry to break the news to you. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings, but someone had to tell you. Because no one told me this. No one told me this. No one told me this, that I'm behaving like the kuffar. And I don't mean from your clothes, like as in like you're wearing a hoodie or you're wearing Western clothes. I don't mean it like that. I mean your manners, akhi. Your manners. The way you speak to your parents. I heard you. I've heard how you speak to your parents. I've heard how you speak to your elders. I've seen how Brother Waleed has to cut you. Shabab, come on. Shabab, come on. I hear him. He's trying, guys. Come on. Young, mashallah, barakallah. You guys are going to give him gray hair already. Relax, okay? Be nice to him. May Allah bless you. My point is, your manners need to be tip-top. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Hey, New Jersey. My man back there. Hello. Can you send salawats upon the messenger? Not you, bro. The one behind you. So the Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. He said, the Prophet Muhammad said that he was sent not just as a mercy for mankind, but to perfect the manners of the people. My brothers, your manners is a reflection of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. When they think negative of Islam, they always look at your manners, right? They look at your character, don't they? Why? Because your manners is a reflection of the messenger. That's why when the people wall out and they do crazy things, you make Islam look bad, you make the messenger look bad. Oh, your messenger used to do that anyways, right? Look at these guys. Violent like their prophet. That's what they say. This is my point. Your manners have to be tip-top. Your manners have to be positive. They have to be good. When you speak to your elders, you got to be respectful. People need to learn from you. You need to be the trendsetters. Like, I'm going to be very honest with you guys, right? I'm going to be very honest with you guys. Collectively in this room, we have so much talent, but none of us is doing anything with it. I promise you. Collectively, as a unit, as a group, right? As a unit, with all the brothers here right now, amongst us, we have so much talent, but wallahi, we are the example of the foam of the sea. We are, right here. How many of us are so fashionable, stylish over here, yet you haven't really started your own brand? You're happy with wearing these brands that they sell you for. Huh? You're so happy with wearing them, yet you wouldn't take the challenge of creating your own brand and increase your Muslim economics. You wouldn't do that. You're so scared to take a decision. You're scared of what? Standing down there. I brought my merch. I'm going to be downstairs with it. You might not even want to buy it. Am I going to feel like a failure because you didn't buy it? No. I know where that money goes. It goes to buying Qur'ans. I know it goes towards our dawah. I'm not going to feel like a failure. It's the fear of failure that's stopping you anyways. You're happy being a worker. When Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, do business. That Allah has put barakah in tijara. Do business. Do something. So many of you are creatives. So many of you probably know how to write rhymes. Do poetry. But instead, I'm going to see you making some drill video. Yo, wallahi, I've been seeing these Arab, like these little Muslim boys, these Arab boys making drill. Has anyone know what I'm talking about? Like these just Arab boys making these drill videos. It's in either Arabic or English, just mixing it up, and I don't know. I don't know who they are, but I'm hearing it. It sounds kind of fire, I'm not going to lie. It sounds like rhythmic, like it sounds good, but like what are we doing? I just don't understand. Like, is that going to bring the change? I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm just some boomer that doesn't understand. Maybe you're moving mountains with these videos. Maybe you are. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. But I'm asking you to stop imitating the kuffar. Because you guys, though, going back to the point, I bet you amongst you there's artists. I bet you amongst you there's artists. I bet you amongst you there's people who, if you got a little bit more training and I gave you a camera, you probably could be a filmmaker. You just don't know it yet. You've never tried something. You haven't tried painting. You haven't tried graphic design. You haven't tried filmmaking. You haven't tried all these things because you believe a certain thing about yourself already. Your parents have convinced you some lie about yourself already. They've compared you to your older brother, to your older sister, to your cousin, to your aunt, to your uncle. They've compared you to everyone that you've lost all your self-esteem. You think you got to be someone else. You think you got to be so. Wallahi, put your creativity to work. Start your own fashion brands. Start your own economics. Why are we giving these companies all of our money? Why are we doing all these things when we could be supporting the brothers over here? I could promise you, if one of you brothers was saying, yo, SQ, I'm selling this hat, I'd buy it from you. Why? Because I know the money's going to you. You're not going to be funding Israel, are you? I swear to God, imagine finding out one of you guys is funding IDF. Oh my God, the thought of that is like, yo, what the hell? Like, that's crazy. You know how we worry right now and we buy something and we're like, yo, do they fund the IDF? You know what I'm talking about? You know how like you buy something and you got to check if it's Israel? SubhanAllah, you give it to a Muslim, you never have to worry about it. Stop buying at these shops. Stop shopping at these places. Support each other. Support each other. I'll tell you this right now, like real talk, like you have, what's your name? Yeah. What's your name? Ajin? Hassan. I can tell you right now, mashallah, barakallah, very fashion forward person, everything like that. Hassan looks good, mashallah, barakallah. 4 wives easily. 4 wives easily. Anything less than that, he's doing dhulm on himself, right? 4 wives easily, right? He's a fashionable brother. No, I'm serious, right? He's a fashionable brother. Let's suppose one of you had a clothing line. You could be like, yo, you know what? Yo, Hassan, could you model this for me, bro? I need to take some pictures of you or whatever like that. I've done this with some brothers in here. I've done that myself. Why? Because I see talent. I'm like, yo, nah, you would be good at this. Some of you are probably actually good at ball. But none of you are going to go any places because you don't have the work and the effort to actually put in the work and the discipline to do something with it. You got to be determined and dedicated. If you want Jannah, it's not just going to happen. Don't be romantic about this if you're talking to me about like, oh, I want to die with the shahada on my tongue and all that sort of stuff. But, you know, you're still listening to that old Drake album that he just put out recently with his son drawing the cartoon. Can you believe that? His son drew that cartoon and he put that on, oh, you know what I mean? And it looks like a demon. What the hell is his son drawing? That's so dangerous. Huh? It looks like a devil dog, my friend. A devil dog. Here's my point. You can't say that you're going to die in sujood. You can't say that you're going to die in sujood if you're never in the masjid, if you're never praying, if your parents. Please, brothers, stop embarrassing yourself. If your mom and dad still have to tell you, pray. Come on, bro, grow. I'm serious. Like, I know that you guys, a lot of you have hit puberty, but I don't know if you really understand what that means. I don't know if you really understand what manhood means. You think it's just, I need a wife because, you know, you wake up every morning and, you know what I mean? I know you got that feeling. And you're like, oh, I need that wife, you know what I mean? No, you don't. The blood is, you're not thinking straight. The blood is going to some other head, not this head. You feel me? You're not thinking right. He knows what I'm talking about. You're not ready for a wife. Your mom is still doing your clothes. She's taking care of everything you do. She's still telling you to pray. She's still begging you to pick up after yourself. She's still making your bed for you. How are you ready for marriage? Don't embarrass yourself. Your mom still has to tell you to take out the garbage. You can't even take the initiative to do it yourself. Your mom still has to tell you to do a chore and an errand. You can't take the initiative yourself. How are you good? You don't even text your mom when you get to the bus stop or you get to your college or you get to your high school or your middle school or wherever. She said, when you get there, just text me. You don't even text her. You don't even call her. How are you going to call and text your wife? You know how fed up she's going to get? She's going to want to leave you. Like, who is this guy? And these women today, bro, forget about it, bro. You're not giving them the love and attention they deserve. They're going to watch some feminist TikTok, and the next thing you know, you wake up in the middle of the night, she might have chopped that thing off of yours too, bro. It's wild out here. These sisters be crazy. And now you're sitting there. Your man is gone. That thing is gone. That woman is gone. Your man is gone. You got nothing left. But no, just pick up the PS5 controller and play some 2K. How do you know? Well, I know, bro, I know. You got nothing else to do. That's the only reason you should ever be playing Fortnite. If your wife left you, she took that 30K meher and she chopped your thing off. And Fortnite's all I got, boys. Load up, boys. It don't work anymore, guys. It's just Fortnite all day. Let me drink more Monster. G Fuel, use my code. I'm telling you, what kind of manhood is this? This isn't manhood. You're literally, when you're playing video games, you're surrendering your manhood. Do you understand that? You're surrendering your manhood, just addicted. I'm not saying not to play video games, boys. Yeah? Play the game, like, it's all good. I'm saying don't make your life about that. Your mom is trying to talk to you like, Mom, come on, Mom. And you're not laughing because you know it's true. She's like, pause the game. Mom, you can't pause it, it's live. With your headset on like a nerd. Mom, it's live. Mom, I'm playing a video game. Eating Cheetos. Cheeto crumbs. If I saw your controllers, wallahi, so disgusting. Wallahi, if I picked up your controllers right now, inside the X button, it's like, God, it's just like, you see all that. It's just hard. You can't even press it down anymore. All the grease and the sweat. Guys, we got to be better. There's probably a sweat spot on that little chair that you sit on every single time, huh? Oh my God, it's nasty. I just hope that you guys are sniffing yourselves at least throughout the day. Yeah, I hope so. It just sounds like you're sitting there playing video games in your filth, in your sweat, licking your fingers, touching the. It's disgusting. That was disgusting, bro. Wallahi, you need a break. Here's my point. Here's my point, and I'm out. Here's my point, and I'm out. Here's my point, and I'm out. Here's the point. Here's the point. If we're gonna be the men and the leaders of the next generation, it starts now. We have to be the men now. You understand? And manhood doesn't start when you get married. Manhood doesn't start when, they drop down. That's not when it starts. It doesn't start when you get some hair on your chest, under your armpits, and hitting puberty. That's not when manhood starts. Manhood starts when you start learning your deen. Manhood starts when you start realizing that I'm just a servant of Allah. That you have to respect your parents, that you have to be good to your parents. That's when manhood really begins. When it's time for you to demonstrate your manners, that's manhood. When you go control your anger, like we're about to go play basketball, one of you is gonna foul someone. It's a contact sport. But are you gonna let your manners disappear? Are you gonna let your manners disappear, or are you gonna let your ikhlaq come out and be like, nah, it's all good, right? Just forget about it. You understand? It's up to you guys. Fix your manners. You are a representation of this deen. I can't stress this enough. And wallahi, I genuinely, I love you guys. You guys wouldn't know this, but I'll tell you a quick story about North Hudson. About I want to say about 10 years ago, 11 years ago, right? When I started turning to the deen and everything like that, I came to this masjid. And alhamdulillah, it was a beautiful experience. A brother brought me over here. It was just incredible, alhamdulillah. And those youth, I'm gonna be honest with you, was different. It was different. I'm being honest, right? I came over here. We was doing halakas at that time too. No YouTube. Just like halakas, no Instagram, no YouTube, just halakas. This is early days, right? Early days, like 2015, maybe 2014, 2013, right? Yo, those youth, I'm not gonna even lie with you guys, like no cap, like they were like it was tough. They were a tough group of kids, okay? School, they were still doing stuff over here, but we was trying to talk to them through the halakah. The basketball courts, I think we had the basketball courts yet then. But still, here's the point. The future and the brightness and the ikhlaq and the manners that I see in you guys, I could see that the work that this masjid community is doing, it's working. You understand? You guys are turning out great. And I love the brotherhood that I'm seeing over here. I love that people want to sit next to each other. I love that. I love that, you want to come for the sake of Allah. I love that. Wallahi guys, you don't realize this right now, but one day you're going to attend each other's janazah. One day. And one day you're going to have to perform ghusl for one of your brothers. One of them. And you're going to be crying and sobbing on that day. But none of you will jump in the grave with them. None of you. None of you would jump in the grave with them on that day. Because at the end of the day, they're on their own. I'm going to miss them. I love you, but I'm not going in there. Do you understand? Because this is your life. When you're in that grave, it's one-to-one. No one's going to join you in that grave. When they ask you those 3 questions, if you never lived it, you won't be able to answer it. That's the fact. So please, my brothers, take it seriously. You can still joke around. You can still be who you are. You can still have your personality. You can still be exactly, I don't want you to change. What I love about you guys is that you guys are you. But we cannot imitate the bad habits of those who are calling us away from Allah. Do you understand? A true friend, you should look at them and remember that, I didn't pray Dhuhr. I didn't pray Asr. Right? I missed Isha. Or I remember Allah. That's a true friend. But that doesn't mean that friend won't wrestle with you, won't joke with you, won't play video games with you, won't help you come to the masjid. Yes? You guys at this point need to be taking advantage of exchanging numbers, making new friends, and starting a group. Waking each other up for Fajr. Or if you live nearby, making sure you're here for Fajr in the masjid. Imagine that. That's real friendship. That's real brotherhood. Someone that you can really rely on. Wallahi, these kuffar of your friends, you think that they're your friends, but wallahi, they're not. They're really, really not. And especially everything with Gaza and Palestine, everything that's happening, we're really seeing people's colors. I bet you've seen like some Zionists. You didn't even know some people were Zionists. You're like, yo, they're Zionists, bro. They're Zionists. You can tell. They're not supporting the cause. They're Zionists. You understand? So my point being is this, boys. Stick together. Stick in a group together. Learn to love each other and forgive each other for the sake of Allah. If you don't like what he does and you're like, this kid is annoying, he's just walking around, bro, leave him alone. Like, no. It's okay. It's okay, right? Don't make fun of each other, right? The youth look up to you, believe it or not. Yes? The youth look up to brothers like you. You're older. They look up to you. Just because they're not saying it to you doesn't mean that they don't look up to you. Do you understand? They're not going to openly come out over here and say, brother, I just think that you're so cool and I look up to you. They're not going to say that to you. But you're a leader amongst the youth. You just don't see it. You're a leader. And no matter what your position is, there's someone who admires you and looks up to you. So just think for a second, am I being a good role model for them? Because honestly, they really admire you guys. I could tell, I could see it already. Alhamdulillah. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you and increase you guys. We're about to have the food and we're going to have basketball as well after this. Just my final thing before we dismiss, right, before we go. I just want to hear 5 share outs so we can leave. Just five things that you guys, just 5 share outs of some ideas that you took from me or Brother Waleed's talk, inshallah. So that we can take it from there. Start us off? Start us off first? You want to elaborate? Self-control. Self-control. Next. Like, no, tell us.
Being able to control yourself, because especially with all the fitness of mind and all the influence, social media with your friends and everything, especially when you have non-Muslim friends, it's a lot of influence to do at home. But if you're able to control yourself and like establish yourself to your non-Muslim, that's how
Yeah.
you'll see like they'll also support you too.
They will. You know, there's something to admire and look up to when someone says, I don't drink, or I don't touch girls, or I don't talk to girls, or I don't date. There's something to admire about that. You actually might think it's embarrassing, but to them, they're like, yo, that's different. Because everyone else is trying to do that. You know what I mean? Like, I remember in high school, for me, the big thing was to see if the girl would give you a hug as well. Because you see them giving hugs to each other. They get older, they're giving hugs. They do those little Spanish kisses on the cheek. You know, with the cheeks on the side, and you're just hoping that little Jessica would do the same thing with you, you know what I mean? Little Brianna would do the same thing. She's from Dominican Republic. Papi, yeah? You think you'd do that with you too? Yeah, I know. Yeah, I see it. You see that your friends who are not Muslim, some might be even Muslim, and they have girlfriends, you might feel a little left out. You might feel the FOMO. I'm serious, you might feel the FOMO. But never feel the FOMO. Understand that you staying away from haram and self-control is more admirable. Jazakallah khair, bro. That's number 1. Number 2.
Having a good network of friends to start a business.
Boys, let's listen.
Right now, it's more important than ever. Like we see in some Arab countries now, they're trying to cut down every Western product, Israeli product, so they can start their own products. You can do the same thing here. And to start from the basics, you should have like a good friendship that motivates you, and so you guys can start up new ideas. Everyone has a different specialty that you can add to your business.
I promise you, amongst you guys right now, there's business-minded people. I promise you there are. And if you guys were to make a business-minded network amongst each other and just share ideas with each other, imagine there's a group of 10 people. Let's suppose. Just bear with me for the math. Bear with me for the math, right? There's a group of you for 10 people. And there's a business idea that you guys just say that, you know what, every Wednesday we're going to meet up and we're going to share 10 business ideas every time. You keep the WhatsApp group alive, you share, you have a Zoom call, 10 business ideas. Someone says something that is crazy. They're like, yo, that's actually a really good idea. Let's all vote. Who wants to help him? Okay, let's all do it. So here's what you do. All 10 of you could say, look, we're going to find a way to put 10K each. And we're going to help you launch this business. And we all are going to be 10% business owners in this business. Are you down? Okay, cool. Let's do it. Let's help you launch this business, right? And then they help you launch a business. And then you help them launch a business. And amongst your 10 friends, all 10 of you have 10 businesses. Hundreds of thousands of dollars amongst your network. And how'd you meet? In the house of Allah. Genius ideas. Allah could inspire you with ideas. He could send angels to you that inspire you with ideas, but just connect the networks. Just connect each other for the sake of Allah. That's 2. Tell me 3 more takeaways from today's talk, inshallah. 3 more. Yes, go for it, bro.
Like you said, limit your friends, like who you hang out with.
Say that again, please.
Like limit who you hang out with.
Limits who you hang out. Is it about limits? You think it's about limits?
No.
I would love for you guys to hang out in this house of Allah as long as you can. Tell me more.
If it's a good friend or not. Like, if he's telling you to drink, that's not like a good friend.
Exactly. Can I ask you a question? Like in your life, what are you in the 5th grade, 4th grade? Huh? 5th? 5th grade. Yeah. What's some troublesome peer pressure things that your friends or people have told you to do or something like that? But not saying no names, right? But what are some peer pressure type of things that someone's told you to do?
There's
Huh?
none.
None. Alhamdulillah, why he has good people around him. Alhamdulillah. You know what? It might not be. No, it's okay. It's okay. 5th grade. I would hope they're not telling you to do stuff. Guys, calm down. Be happy for him. If I ask someone older, I understand. 5th grade, maybe not. But you know, there is one trend in 5th grade, in middle school, and in elementary that happens. I'll tell you right now. This is the big one. You ready? You act like your friends at home. You act like your friends at home. So with your parents, all of a sudden, it's not you who's acting like them. You're trying to imitate your friend that you've seen act in school. That was in school. That's not how it's home. I bet you they don't act like that at home with their parents. I promise you. They just act like that in school, but they don't act like that at home. While you here going home acting like them in school, but at home, and your father's ready to get you to slap you real quick, right? Because you're acting like someone that you shouldn't be acting like. So no, it's not about limiting. It's about monitoring, watching, being careful, right? Remember something. We all have only so much energy in a day. You got to be very careful with how and who you give your energy to. Quality time with quality people only. I don't hang out with people who don't bring benefit in my life, and I can't bring benefit in their life. I don't hang out with them. I don't waste time. My colleagues go out. Hey, SQ, we're going to go out for, a happy hour. They're so depressed because these students hate them and they don't like them that the only way they can feel good about themselves is if they drink alcohol. Think about that. Think about that. What's stopping themselves from killing themselves? Really, wallahi, they live a sad, sad life in reality, my boys, right? I don't socialize with them. No. Why? I'm going to go to a bar with you to drink and drink happy hour, and you're going to reveal who you like and who you dislike, and you're going to start doing haram stuff? Please, let me go home with my family where I'm safe. Alhamdulillah. I know they love me. Alhamdulillah. That's 3 things. I need 2 more share-outs, inshallah. Give me 1 share-out, yeah.
Like when you play video games and your mom tells like pick it up after you when you eat cheese or something, and you just like don't listen to her, you get more
Yes. You need hasanat, yes? You need to listen to your mom. Look, no one is telling you, I'm not anti-video game. I actually grew up in video games, right? I actually grew up on it. I'm not anti-video game. What I'm saying is this, that PlayStation will be around, right? They'll make a PS6 one day, yes? But your mom's not going to be around forever, right? Your dad is not going to be around forever, yeah? You think you're big man right now because you're getting taller than your father, right? Your shoulders are more broader than your dad. Your voice is getting a little bit more heavier. So you start thinking you're big mans, right? You're talking to your dad a specific way. I'm telling you guys right now, one day, I promise you, for your father, you're going to give him a ghusl. And it's going to be you and him and 2 other people. And his body, his flesh is going to be like ice. It's going to be ice cold. And on that day, you might be crying. On that day, you might be sad. On that day, you might be quiet and shock. And all that's doing, they're wondering, why is he so quiet? Oh, his dad died. But that's not why he's quiet. It's because in his mind, he keeps replaying how he used to yell at his dad. He used to yell at his father. He used to abuse his dad. Because his father's getting old now. He hunches. He thinks he's big man now. He could talk to his dad a specific way. He could make it. His dad is telling him to slow down. Don't hit the car. Baba, I know. Come on, bro. He's giving you some advice. Just slow down a second. Your mom or your dad, you know how parents are when you drive, bro. I know. They're like touching, your mom ever does it, touch the dashboard when you're going too fast? Like you put the brakes on, she ever touches that? That's what my mom does. She touches the dashboard. Till this day, my mom tells me how to drive. Can you believe that? Can you believe? Because it never stops. Because in their eyes, you're just still that little baby they brought from the hospital. They just don't see you any different. It's not their fault. They just love you so much. So if your dad is telling you, don't make such a sharp right, or you missed the exit, don't start fighting with him. How many of us, be honest, have fought with your parents in the car when they're trying to give you some advice on driving? Yeah. You don't have to raise your hand. I know you all did. I know you guys have. Trust me, you guys have. I know you guys have. Trust me, I know you have. Point being, have the sabr. It's your parents. They're the ones who brought you that car anyways. Let's be honest over here. Let's get our final fifth share out. Yes, my bro. And a bonus, yes. I can't hear you. Wait. I can't hear you. Say that again? Whoa. I heard woman. Oh, hang on. Wait. I need to hear this. Oh, wait. Talk to me.
You don't need like a woman in your life.
You don't need one? You don't. One day you will. One day, no. One day you will. Yeah. You don't, listen. You don't. Absolutely not, my brother. Absolutely not. That's the lying deception they want. Let me tell you, true story. So this is in the 7th grade. This student now became an 8th grader over the summer, right? In the 7th grade, they were dating this boy. Imagine, you're 12 years old. What are you doing dating a boy? And parents, wallahi, these non-Muslim parents are just so like, oh yeah, they think it's so cute. They think it's so cute. Like, it's terrible. They think it's the most adorable thing ever. Yeah, she got this little boy, she got this little boyfriend. A little boyfriend. Do you know what that boy's trying to do with her? A little boyfriend? Are you naive? Parent, are you dumb? I'm telling you, these parents, when I was growing up, I was so embarrassed of my own parents and anything Islamic or Muslim culture or whatever. And I only had non-Muslim friends. I only rocked with non-Muslims. So I would go to their houses, right? I would see their moms mad cool with them, asking if they got a girlfriend, talking and showing them how to get a girlfriend. And I'm sitting there like, oh my God, you got the coolest mom in the world. Oh my God, imagine our parents talking to us about that. Like telling your dad, telling you how to like pick up women. Astaghfirullah, bro. Instead of your father teaching you how to lower your gaze and how to be a good man, and then actually teaching you how to be a good husband, imagine your mom trying to like think, it's astaghfirullah, bro. That's not the type of thing. I remember I thought it was the coolest thing. Why? Because his mother was giving him protection. His mother, if you know what I mean. His mother was giving him protection to keep. And I thought it was the coolest thing ever. What are you actually teaching your son? To be a scumbag? To wear a glove so no one gets caught? What are you teaching him? What are you really teaching him? It's such that parenting is terrible. They're giving their children alcohol in front of me. I'm watching this. 16 years old, 17. Hey, at least he's drinking in front of me and not behind my back. Not the fact that you're drinking at all. Like, this is the type of thing. These people need help in raising children. Yet we think our parents are being restrictive on us. They're not. They're protecting you. I gave you that Budweiser and Corona example of the fridge because I've been to my friends' houses, guys, once upon a time. You go in there, Brugal, Corona, this and that. They're just having so much alcohol, so much everything haram, because that's all they live like. That's not our lives, and we shouldn't strive to be like them. Wallahi, we have something that they don't. Bro, you got the last word.
Like at the end of the day, it's just you and Allah. That's it.
It's at the end of the day, it's you and Allah. At the end of the day, when you are in that grave, it's just you and Allah. At the end of the day, when you're putting your head to sleep on that pillow, it's also just you and Allah. You understand? It's also just you and Allah. You ever want to see yourself how you look when you're dead? Just have someone record you when you're asleep. Wallahi, just have someone record you. You look like a dead body. Allah removes your soul and He puts it back in. Don't think for a second that if you keep abusing your iman, that you'll wake up tomorrow with it. Allah can take it away from you as a test. Don't ever abuse your iman. And that's a lesson to me first. I I appreciate you guys. I love you guys for the sake of Allah. I'm going to be downstairs. I brought some stuff. If you guys want to support, I'd appreciate it so much. All the proceeds is going towards the dawah we give, especially because of Palestine and everything's been happening. We've been giving out almost 200, 250 Qur'ans in English translation almost every week, alhamdulillah. People want to read the Qur'an. So all these reverts, I know you've seen them online. These reverts are coming out. It's real. You understand? So we have to order like a pallet of 700, 800, excuse me, like 1,500 Qur'ans, 1,600 Qur'ans. So obviously we need money for it, but we don't ask for donations. So what you guys do is when you buy something that you like, we have beanies, we have hats, we have hoodies. When you buy something, it goes directly to the Qur'ans. We get to do our dawah. You get to wear the stuff. You get to tell people about Islam. Tell them about Ibrahim alayhi salam, about Adam alayhi salam, about the Kaaba, about Islam. Give them a Qur'an and keep it moving. You know what I mean? So if you guys want to support, help out guys, I'd really appreciate it. We're going to be downstairs, inshallah, next to the food and stuff. So definitely swing by. We accept all forms of payment, you feel me? Even EBT, bring it all. We got you guys, we got you. You feel me? Barakallahu feek, jazakallah khair, subhanakallah wa bihamdik, nashhadu an la ilaha illa ant, nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk.